The Murrell Farm. Located north of Stanley, the Murrell Farm has an abundance of wildlife and scenery. There's no surprise that it is a popular destination for tourists who come off their cruise ships to see all 6 types of penguins. The COVID pandemic has affected international tourism, meaning that the Murrell, like all other tourist destinations, have begun to cater for domestic tourism.
Yeah, 7,500 was the biggest kind of season years ago when there's a lot of cruise ship passengers coming in and there was very few other tour operators available for doing trips. On average year we get between 2,000 to 2,500. That's with cruise ships, land-based visitors, etc. Domestic, we're looking into that quite good, and we'll see how that goes. We'll just have to work with what we've got and see what happens, hopefully, next season.
The farm and surrounding land, which is larger than the UK Channel Island Guernsey, has 6 types of penguins: macaroni, king penguin, Magellanic, gentoo, and rockhoppers, including a northern rockhopper, as well as other forms of wildlife that nest along the shores.
The rockhopper penguins where we take, there's approximately, I would say, close on to 13 to 1,400 breeding pairs. Gentoos flux from about 600 to maybe 1,500 in different areas. Magellanic, there's numerous along the coastline. And king penguins, there's a small band of maybe 40 to 50 coming up nicely, and you got 1 solo macaroni and 1 solo northern rockhopper. You got the smaller wildlife, and of course down on the beaches that's now been cleared makes a lovely walk, and you can see porpoises now and again, seals, and out in Berkeley Sands you got the sei whales and then the southern white whales at times. And in the evenings you got the sooty shearwaters going into Kidney Island.
In 1980, the Murrell Farm was part of Green Patch Farm, which was split into 6. At this time, the farm was very much dominated by sheep production. 15 years later, the ownership changed hands to its current owners, Adrian and Lisa Lowe. Whilst the farm flock has remained consistent, tourism, like many other destinations, has played a major part in the local economy.
We started tourism 21 years ago. We've been doing the farm for a few more years longer than that, but we diversified into tourism, first with the cruise ships, working very small, few boats in the season, and then we got up to, now we're working 30 plus boats at the moment, and then land-based visitors come into it, Mount Pleasant visitors first, and then people come in by air. I think for a lot of people it's just to get away for a day. It's a good getaway break with not having to travel too far, and it's just a nice day out.
With the £500 trip scheme, it is hoped that such a scheme would help local tourism this season, but it remains to be questioned. How long could this sustain for the following seasons?